All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on something truly special, luxury cashmere. We're going to follow the entire journey of a U.S. cashmere piece, from the actual pastures in Asia all the way to that perfect finished garment. It's quite a story, so let's dive right in. Okay, right off the bat, this quote, it really says it all, doesn't it? Bringing warmth and quality you can truly feel. See, they're not just talking about selling you a sweater. They're talking about selling an experience, a feeling. And that focus on what you can actually feel, that's the key to their whole philosophy. So you might be asking, how does a brand even get a reputation for that kind of incredible quality? Well, for US Cashmere, it really all starts with their legacy. This isn't some brand new startup that just popped up. Nope, we're talking about a history that's completely built around a deep, deep passion for the craft. Yeah, look at that, over 20 years. Now think about the fashion world for a second. It moves at lightning speed, right? Trends come and go in a blink. So to spend 2 decades focused on just one material, that is a huge deal. It tells you they have this incredible, specialized knowledge, and they've spent all that time perfecting every little step. And this long history, it's really a direct answer to the world we live in today. I mean, we're all familiar with fast fashion, right? It's all about speed, what's cheap, and what's disposable. US Cashmere is, well, it's the complete opposite. They're all about permanence, about dedication to craftsmanship. It's a totally different way of thinking.
But, you can't have amazing craftsmanship without amazing materials. It's just not possible. And when it comes to cashmere, where that fiber comes from, that is arguably the single most important part of the whole equation. So let's go right to the beginning, to the source.
So they source from 2 very specific, very special places, Inner Mongolia and Xinjiang. Now, these places are basically legendary for producing the world's finest cashmere. And here's why. The climates there are so harsh that the goats have to grow this incredibly fine, unbelievably soft undercoat just to stay warm. And that specific fiber, that's the magic ingredient. It's the absolute non-negotiable starting point for any true luxury cashmere. Okay, so once they have that precious raw fiber, what's next? Well, the next stage is all about turning it into the beautiful products we see. And this is where things get really interesting, because it's a mix of old-school tradition and cutting-edge tech. They really break their process down into 3 main steps. First, you've got the sourcing, which we just talked about, getting the best of the best. Then, step 2, they bring in advanced technology. Think about things like super precise dyeing or spinning machines that make the yarn perfectly consistent. And finally, step 3, it's all about that exquisite craftsmanship. This is where skilled artisans take over for the weaving and finishing, adding that human touch, that soul, that a machine just can't copy. And you can see here how they define craftsmanship. It's not just about, doing the job correctly. The key for them is this idea of weaving passion and dedication right into every single fiber. It really shows you that they're focused on the person, the artisan, and the story behind the piece, not just churning things out on a factory line. So after all that, the incredible sourcing, the technology, the amazing handiwork, what's it all for? What does it all lead to? Well, the entire process, from start to finish, is designed to create a very specific, very special experience for the person who actually gets to wear it. And this is it. This is the end result of that whole intensive journey. You get that incredible softness from those fine fibers. You get that unparalleled warmth, which is just a natural gift from the material itself. And that feeling of timeless luxury, that's what happens when you combine the best materials on earth with true craftsmanship. It all comes right back to where we started, creating a quality you can literally feel on your skin.
Which brings us to a really interesting final thought, one for you to chew on. In a world that's so focused on temporary things, on what's next, what does it really mean to own something timeless? The idea here is that it's more than just a piece of clothing, isn't it? It's like you're holding a connection to a much bigger story, a story of nature, of craft, and of something built to last.